1 in 10 Americans still cannot find work. Many businesses have shuttered. Home values have declined. Small towns and rural communities have been hit especially hard.
Ladies and gentlemen of America, it is with deep regret and sadness that I must report that the state of the Union is abysmal. It is with great hope, audacious or not, and resolute determination that I lay out the agenda necessary to reverse our cascading prospects and return the United States to its rightful place in the world community. It is with boldness that we face the future, which, while most dark now, is brighter than the past. It is with perseverance that we will implement the changes needed, no matter how drastic, to assure that this nation does not pass the point of no return. Towards that end, I'm prepared to take the following steps. Number 1, eliminate the ability of the Federal Reserve to influence either monetary policy or any freely traded market, either by actions it takes or through its proxies in the financial community. I would prefer an outright abolishment, but the privately held nature of the Fed makes this impossible without infringing on legal property rights. Number 2, eliminate the Internal Revenue Service and ask Congress to dramatically simplify the personal tax structure to a form of a flat tax. Number 3, eliminate the Department of Homeland Security and reverse the nation's plunge into police state status. All future intelligence should be carried out by the entities already in place, such as the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Central Intelligence Agency. Number 4, revoke the Patriot Acts and restore civil liberties to Americans that were illegally subject to barbaric acts under the misguided premise of our own protection. Number 5, restore faith and confidence in the nation's currency by returning to the gold standard, and if necessary, order an immediate audit of Fort Knox and all other significant depositaries of gold. Number 6, order Congress to develop an emergency plan to achieve energy self-reliance. I expect Congress to immediately remove all roadblocks to the development of nuclear energy, natural gas, and alternative fuels such as solar and wind power. Furthermore, I will oppose any attempt to reinstate any form of windfall profits tax. Number 7, seek the elimination of both the House and Senate ethics committees. Instead, ethics within the noble chambers of Congress should be reviewed by a specially convened committee of prominent citizens with no current or past ties to Congress. Number 8, pass legislation giving existing and future members of Congress no special treatment. All new members of either chamber will be automatically enrolled in the Social Security system and Medicare. If they choose to opt out and prefer their own plans, these will not be provided at taxpayer expense. Furthermore, all members of Congress will be expected to make the very same payroll contributions that Americans are currently subject to. All existing members will accrue no additional benefits and will be expected to make the identical contributions to these programs that you, the American people, have been forced to make your entire lives. Number 9, hold all members of Congress accountable to the same standards they would be subject to as employees of IBM, Procter & Gamble, or any other respected corporation. Members of Congress are not royalty. They work for you, the American people. Should any member of Congress commit an act or offense which would subject them to termination by a reputable firm, then they shall be subject to termination, expulsion, or suspension as your employees. Number 10, begin the reversal of America's role, unwanted by the majority of the world community, as global policemen. I intend to address the UN shortly to further delineate the change of policy. 11, finally, and perhaps most importantly, I will take whatever steps necessary to restore the rights granted to all Americans under the Constitution and its amendments. If necessary, I'll stack the courts. The Constitution is the greatest document written by an American and single most important document in our history. Yet years of judicial interference have destroyed this great document. If necessary, I will call for a new constitutional convention have the original documents with its amendments redrawn and re-ratified. If these steps are taken, and ladies and gentlemen, they will be taken, we will begin the healing process that this country so desperately needs. I ask from you just one thing: patience. If your candidate for 2010 does not ascribe to the steps outlined above, I ask you to create a groundswell of support and make your voices heard at the ballot box. We can return the country to a prosperous nation. We can return America to the land of opportunity. We will return America to the land of opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you good night and hope without audacity.